Welcome in, guys, into my NFL Week 8 recap. And we start off with a Thursday night game. We had the Vikings traveling to the Chargers. Chargers got a great win at home here, 37-10. And John Aston had a couple of touchdowns, and McCourty had a couple of touchdowns. Not a bad day for the Chargers. Chargers win 10-37. Then you switch on to the early Sunday games. You have the Giants traveling to the Eagles. Again, the Giants going into this, they had that collapse of a defeat, and you're looking at, and they wanted to really do to beat them back to back as well. The Giants haven't won back to back against the Eagles since 2007. The Eagles got the revenge here. It was a fantastic day for Barkley and Dorson and yeah, it was a good day. And then you had Jackson Dark, 20-38, big injury scare for Cam Scatterbolt. Which again, you look at the Giants here. You've got Malik Neighbors went down with an injury a few weeks ago. Now Cam Scatterbolt went down with an injury. Big kind of concern too, but the Eagles got the job done, 38-20. Moving on to the other Sunday games, we had the 49ers traveling to the Texans. Texans getting a great win here, 26-15. Then we had the Jets. We had the Jets traveling to the Bengals, and I should have gone with the Jets here, but the Jets get the job done. The Jets get the job done. They get the first win of the season, 39-38, with a late conversion of a field goal, which gives Aaron Glenn his first win as a head coach. I've been back in the last few weeks, and I've been like, come on, this is gotta give them a chance here. Good win here for the Jets, 39-38. Moving on to the Panthers here. Bills and Panthers. Bills just destroy the Panthers here, 40-9. You had James Cook got 2 passing touchdowns in the game. Josh Allen 2 passing touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard had a touchdown as well. But ultimately, the Bills looking very strong in that AFC East. Looking in the AFC East. Then we switch it on to the Bears football. The Bears traveling to the Ravens. Ravens, again, you're thinking that going into this game, the Bears would have actually got at the Ravens a bit more. But again, it's typical Bears football, and the Ravens prevail here at 30-16. Derrick Henry came back with probably one of his best performances of the season. 2 touchdowns in this game for Derrick Henry. The persistence for DeAndre Swift to consistently play in this team is alarming. But again, Ben Johnson's looking at this and going, yeah, let's keep playing DeAndre Swift as running back 1 in this team. Why? Who knows? But good win for the Ravens here. They made the Browns travel to the Patriots. Patriots got a fantastic win at home, 32-13, and it's typical kind of skid match, but they got a great win. Patriots are now 6-3 now, and if you was asking it to a Patriots fan at the beginning of the year, they're like, yeah, I'll take 6-3. That's a great start, and ultimately, you've got to at least contend for them to be a playoff contender team this year, especially at 6-3. Then we had the Dolphins travel to the Falcons. Dolphins got to win this week, kind of relieve some pressure from Mike McDaniels here. The Dolphins were 34-10. You had Tua, who had 2 passing touchdowns in this game. He was actually had a good game. Acom had a good game. Waddle had a good game. It was a fantastic overall. The Bucks traveled to the Saints. Bucks defeated the Saints 23-3, and now Spencer Rattler is injured. They're gonna go on and they're gonna trust that young lion, that young prospect, Tyler Stow. Tyler Stow is gonna be the starting quarterback for next week's game. At 26 years old, he was a backup for Justin Herbert 7-8 years ago. And at the grand old 26, guys, he's making his first debut next season. They've dropped Spencer Rattler. He isn't injured, but they dropped him. Then with the Titans traveling to the Colts. Colts continue this great run. They're 7-1 now. 38-14. Danny Dimes getting released last year from the Jets, and I imagine if the Jets kept Danny Dimes, But yeah, it was a good win here for the Colts here, winning 38-14. And and then switching on to the late Sunday night game, it was we had Cowboys and Broncos. The Broncos got at that. The Broncos got at that Cowboys defense. Um, Broncos win 44-24. Fantastic home win for the Broncos. And again, it's that Cowboys defense that lets them down. Harvey had Harvey had 3 passing touchdowns in this game. Fantastic. And yeah, good win for the Broncos. Then we had the Packers travel to the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers gets his own team. Packers get the job done here, 35-25. Not a great, not a great game for Aaron Rodgers as he faced his old team. But yeah, great win for Jordan Love, winning 35-25 with the Packers. Switching on to the Monday night game, Commanders travel to the Chiefs. The Chiefs ultimately destroyed the Commanders on primetime, 28-7. And gonna switch into my winners for the week. Winners, you're gonna definitely go for the New York Jets. Absolutely. The New York Jets, man. They finally won their first game of the season. Took them after 8 attempts, but they did it. God damn it. And there's a lot of work still needs to go on with the Jets. They absolutely need they need a quarterback and so much more. But great win for the Jets for getting the first win. Also great win for the Packers as well, beating Aaron Rodgers on the road. First time the Packers have beaten the Steelers since 1970, I saw. Fantastic. At the Steelers' home. Broncos, especially when you're looking at losers here, Cowboys giving up 44 points to the Broncos. Big losers here. You're looking at winners again. Colts here winning 38-14, continuing that great momentum that they have. Losers, I've said it all season, but the Saints, in the second round, they passed on Shedeur Sanders to go for Tyler Sell. Other winners here, Dolphins, much needed win, especially for Mike McDaniels. He needed that win to keep him the job. And then, you're looking at the Bears here, losers. I'm going to finish off with the losers here for the Bears. Look at the Bears. They had a chance here to kind of put some more misery on the Ravens and make them go 1-6, but typical Bears football, it just didn't happen that way. And then I'm going to close out here with a great win, I think, for the Texans. I'm going to close out with this. Texans winning 26-15. That was fantastic at home. First time they've beaten the 49ers since 2009. So it's a good way to. It's good for the Texans. I know they had a bit of a slow start, but it's also like they've turned the corner, maybe looking like a bit of their old selves from last year. But yeah, that's my NFL Week 8 review. Leave you guys' thoughts in the comments. I'll be back in a couple of days to talk about the Lions. We're back, baby. Week 9.